Have you ever wondered what really gets to a man's heart? It's not always about big gestures or grand declarations. Sometimes it's the subtle things you say or do that trigger deep emotional connections. In this video, I'm breaking down 11 emotional triggers that men secretly love to hear. By the end, you'll know exactly how to tap into what truly matters to him and strengthen your bond like never before. Number 1. Praise his abilities. Men thrive on feeling competent and capable, and one of the most powerful emotional triggers is when you acknowledge and praise their abilities. Whether it's something small like fixing a squeaky door or something more significant like solving a work problem or helping you with a project, recognizing what he does well taps into a deep emotional need and desire to feel useful and valued. Think about it, society often conditions men to equate their worth with their ability to contribute or solve problems. Even if he doesn't show it, a simple acknowledgement of this ability can make him feel seen and appreciated. For example, if he fixes your computer, saying, "Wow, I didn't even know how to start tackling that. You're amazing at figuring things out." That can light him up on the inside. The key here is specificity. Generic praise like "you're great" doesn't hit the same emotional chord as something more focused like "I love how resourceful you are. You always know how to find solutions to problems." When you tie your praise to a specific action or skill, well, it feels genuine and meaningful. Men secretly love hearing this kind of validation because it confirms that their contributions matter. They may not always verbalize their need for acknowledgement, but deep down, being appreciated for their abilities reinforces their sense of purpose in the relationship. This kind of praise builds his confidence and deepens his emotional connection to you because, well, he feels valued in a way that resonates with his core identity. Number 2. Appreciate his efforts. Men often express their love and care through actions rather than words, which is why appreciating their efforts can be incredibly powerful. When he puts in the effort, whether it's planning a date, helping you with something, or simply being there for you, showing gratitude triggers a deep emotional response. It tells him that what he does makes a difference and that his actions are meaningful to you. For instance, if he brings you your favorite coffee or takes care of a chore without being asked, don't just say thanks. Take it further. "That was so thoughtful of you. I really appreciate how you are always thinking about the little things." This acknowledgement not only makes him feel good about his actions, but it also reinforces the idea that his efforts are valued and noticed. This applies to even smaller, less obvious things that he does. Maybe he goes out of his way to make you laugh when you're having a bad day, or he listens patiently while you vent about work. A simple, heartfelt statement like, "I don't know what I'd do without you. Thank you for always being there for me." Well, that can mean the world to him. Now, men often measure their worth in a relationship by how much they can contribute to your happiness. And when you recognize and appreciate his efforts, it affirms that he's fulfilling this role. This creates a positive feedback loop where he feels motivated to continue showing up for you because he knows it makes you happy. Number 3. Tell him you believe in him. Confidence is something every man craves, but even the most self-assured men have moments of doubt. Hearing you say "I believe in you" can be an incredibly powerful emotional trigger because it reinforces his sense of self-worth and gives him the strength to push forward. Men often face a lot of pressure to succeed, whether in their careers, personal goals, or relationships. This pressure can sometimes make them second-guess their decisions or feel overwhelmed. When you tell a man that you believe in him, it acts as a boost to his confidence, reminding him that he's capable and supported. For example, let's say he's nervous about a presentation at work or unsure about a big life decision. A simple statement like, "I know you've got this. You're so talented and capable," can shift his mindset completely. It's not just about cheering him on, it's about showing that you see his potential and have faith in his abilities. This kind of support is especially meaningful when he's facing a challenge. During tough times, men can often retreat into themselves, trying to solve problems alone. And when you step in with encouragement and belief, it helps him feel less isolated and more connected to you. It strengthens the bond between you because it shows that you're in his corner no matter what. Number 4. Acknowledge his strengths beyond the surface. While compliments about his appearance or physical attributes are nice, what really triggers a man emotionally is when you acknowledge the deeper aspects of who he is, his character, values, and emotional qualities. Men love hearing that you notice and appreciate these often overlooked parts of their personality. For instance, If he's a patient person, let him know. I really admire how patient you are. You have such a calming presence, and it's one of those things that I love most about you. Or if he's particularly kind, tell him, your kindness inspires me. You always think about others, and it's such a rare and beautiful quality. These types of compliments go beyond the surface and make him feel truly seen. Acknowledging his deeper strengths also ties into how he makes you feel. For example, I love how dependable you are. It makes me feel so secure knowing that I can count on you. Or, your honesty is one of the things I respect most about you. It makes me trust you completely. When you frame your compliments this way, it not only boosts his confidence, but it also reinforces the emotional connection between you. Why is this so impactful though? Men are often conditioned to focus on external achievements or physical traits, so they don't always receive recognition for their inner qualities. When you acknowledge these parts of him, it validates the work that he's putting in to become the person he is. It shows him that you value who he is, not just what he does or how he looks. This kind of acknowledgement creates a deep emotional bond because it taps into his need to feel understood and valued on a deeper level. It's one of the most effective ways to show love and appreciation. Number 5. Value his need for respect. Respect is one of the most critical emotional triggers for men. While love and affection are important, a man often measures the strength of a relationship by how respected he feels. Respect isn't just about avoiding conflict or criticism, it's about showing him that you trust his decisions, value his opinions, and appreciate his contributions to the relationship. For example, if he shares an idea or makes a suggestion, even if you don't fully agree, acknowledge it first. That's an interesting perspective. I hadn't thought about it that way before. This shows that you're open to hearing him out and that you value his input, even if you don't see eye to eye. Respect also means trusting him to take the lead when appropriate. If he plans something for the two of you, let him know that you appreciate his effort and trust his judgment. Saying something like, "I love that you took charge of this. It turned out amazing," reinforces his confidence and makes him feel respected in his role as a partner. Disrespect, on the other hand, well, that can be truly damaging. Criticism, dismissiveness, or belittling his ideas can make him feel unappreciated and undervalued. Even small actions like interrupting him or downplaying his contributions can erode his sense of respect in the relationship. When a man feels respected, it creates a sense of stability and mutual admiration. He's more likely to open up, invest emotionally, and trust you with his vulnerabilities because he feels secured and valued. Respect isn't just an emotional trigger, it's the foundation for a healthy, lasting connection. Number 6. Make him feel needed. Men often derive a sense of purpose and fulfillment from being needed. It's not about dependency, it's about knowing that they add value to your life in a meaningful way. When you make a man feel needed, you're tapping into a fundamental emotional trigger that reinforces his role in your relationship. For instance, asking for his help with something simple like fixing a broken appliance or solving a logistical problem can make him feel useful and appreciated. While it might seem small to you, these moments are significant for him because they highlight his ability to contribute and support. Even emotionally, men love to feel like they can play an irreplaceable role in your life. For example, sharing something vulnerable with him, like seeking his advice for a tough decision or confiding in him during a challenging moment, signals that you trust and value his input. Saying something like, "I really need your perspective on this. You always give such great advice," shows that you rely on him in ways that matter. The key here, though, is balance. While men love feeling needed, they don't want to feel like they're being taken advantage of or that you're helpless. It's about creating a dynamic where he knows his contributions are valued but not demanded. This emotional trigger strengthens the bond because it reinforces his importance in your life, making him feel loved and appreciated. Number 7. Respect his independence. While men crave connection and intimacy, they also deeply value their independence. One of the most important emotional triggers that you can tap into is respecting his need for space and autonomy. When you show that you trust him to have his own life, passions, and time, well, it fosters a sense of freedom that makes him feel secure in the relationship. For example, if he enjoys hobbies like working out, gaming, or spending time with friends, encourage him to pursue those interests. Saying something like, "I love that you're so passionate about insert hobby here," it's inspiring, shows that you support his individuality. And this approach creates a positive environment where he feels free to be himself without fear of judgment or control. Men often feel emotionally smothered if their independence is stifled. Respecting his autonomy doesn't mean that you're taking a back seat in the relationship. It means that you trust him to maintain a healthy balance between his personal interest and your connection. This trust allows him to invest even more in the relationship because, well, he doesn't feel like he's losing himself in the process. One of the best ways to respect his independence is to value your own. When he sees that you have your own passions, friendships, and interests, it reinforces the idea that your relationship is built on mutual respect and individuality. This balance is incredibly attractive and it creates a strong emotional foundation for both of you. Number 8. Admire his vision and ambitions. Men are often driven by their goals and ambitions, and one of the most powerful emotional triggers is feeling like their vision for the future is understood and admired. When you acknowledge his aspirations and show genuine interest in his plans, it creates a deeper emotional connection that motivates him to pursue his dreams, not just for himself, but for the relationship as well. For instance, if he shares his career goals or personal projects with you, listen intently and ask thoughtful questions. Saying something like, "That's such an exciting idea. I love how ambitious and driven you are," validates his efforts and shows that you believe in his potential. And this kind of encouragement is incredibly meaningful because it reinforces his sense of purpose and value. Admiring his ambitions doesn't mean that you have to agree with every detail of his plans. It's about showing that you support his drive and vision. For example, if he's working on a new business idea, you might say, "I know how hard you've been working on this, and I truly believe it's going to pay off. You're so dedicated, and that's one of the things that I admired most about you." These affirmations trigger a sense of pride and emotional security, strengthening the bond between you. This emotional trigger is especially powerful during moments of doubt. If he's feeling uncertain about his goals or struggling with setbacks, reminding him of his strengths and potential can reignite his motivation. Men may not always vocalize their insecurities, but knowing that you see and believe in their ambitions can be the push that they need to keep going. Number 9. Make him feel desired. While men often focus on making their partners feel loved and desired, they also want to feel the same in return. Knowing that you find him attractive and desirable as well is a huge emotional trigger that boosts his confidence and deepens your connection. This isn't just about physical compliments, although those are important too. It's about making him feel wanted on every level, from his appearance to his personality and the way he makes you feel. For instance, you might say, "I love the way you make me feel so safe and cared for. It's one of those things that I most find attractive about you." Compliments like these show that your desire for him goes beyond the surface. Physical touch is another powerful way to make him feel desired. Whether it's a playful hug, a kiss on the cheek, or simply holding his hand, these small gestures communicate affection and attraction. Men often associate physical touch with emotional connection, so initiating these moments can make him feel deeply loved and appreciated. You can also make him feel desired by being attentive to his needs and preferences. For example, if you know that he loves when you wear a certain outfit or hairstyle, surprising him with those details can make him feel special. It shows that you're thinking about what makes him happy, which triggers a strong emotional response. When a man feels desired, it boosts his self-esteem and reinforces the emotional bond in the relationship. It's a reminder that he's not just your partner, but someone you genuinely want and value in every way. Number 10. Supporting him during vulnerable moments. Men are often taught to suppress their emotions and avoid showing vulnerability. But one of the most significant emotional triggers is feeling safe to express and show that side of themselves to someone that they trust. When you create an environment where he feels supported during vulnerable moments, it deepens the emotional intimacy between you. For example, if he opens up about a fear, insecurity, or past experience, listen without judgment and offer reassurance. Saying something like, "Thank you for trusting me with that. It means a lot, and I'm here for you no matter what," shows that you value his openness and are ready to support him through anything. It's important to be patient and understanding during these moments. Vulnerability doesn't easily come for many men, and it might take some time for him to feel comfortable sharing his emotions. The key is to create a space where he feels safe to be himself without fear of criticism or rejection. Supporting him during vulnerable moments isn't just about offering comfort, though. It's about showing that you accept him fully, flaws and all. This kind of acceptance is incredibly powerful because it reinforces his sense of worth and security in the relationship. It tells him that he doesn't have to put on a facade or pretend to be perfect to earn your love. When a man feels supported in his vulnerability, it strengthens the bond between you and builds a foundation of trust and emotional intimacy. He'll see you not just as a partner, but as someone that he can rely on through the highs and the lows of life. Number 11. Celebrate his wins, big and small. Men thrive on acknowledgement and recognition, and celebrating their successes, no matter how big or small, triggers a deep emotional response. It's not just about the act of winning, it's about knowing that someone is genuinely proud of them and invested in their journey. When you celebrate his victories, you're showing him that you're his partner in every sense, sharing in his happiness and cheering him on. For example, if he gets a promotion at work or completes a project that he's been working on, don't just offer casual congrats. Instead, make it a moment. I'm so proud of you, and you've worked so hard for this, and you deserve it in every way and every bit of it. Pair your words with actions and a celebratory dinner, a handwritten note, or even just a warm hug to make the moment special. These gestures show that you're not just a bystander in his life, but an active participant in his successes. But this isn't just about big wins. Men love when you notice and celebrate their smaller achievements too. Maybe he aces a workout goal or learns a new skill or even solves a small household issue that's been bothering you both. A simple "you're amazing, how you always figure these things out." Well, that can really make his day. It's these little acknowledgments that build him up over time and create a sense of partnership in the relationship. Men often feel pressure to succeed and perform, and knowing that you recognize and celebrate their efforts eases that burden. It reinforces that their hard work and dedication doesn't go unnoticed. It also deepens your connection because it shows that you value not just the outcome, but the effort behind it. Even during setbacks, celebrating the progress that he's made can have a profound impact. For instance, if he's working toward a goal but hasn't fully reached it yet, saying something like, "I see how much effort you're putting in, and I'm so proud of you for sticking with it," encouraging him to keep going. It's not just about destination, it's about recognizing it's the journey and supporting him through it. When you celebrate his wins, you're reinforcing a positive emotional cycle. He feels validated, appreciated, and motivated to continue striving, not just for himself, but for the relationship that you share. This shared joy strengthens your bond and makes him feel like you're his number one fan, which is a role every man secretly hopes his partner will play. And now that you know these 11 emotional triggers, you have the tools to connect with him on a deeper level. Remember, it's often the small, thoughtful gestures that leave the biggest impact. And if you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who needs to hear this. And don't forget to subscribe for more insights into building amazing relationships. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.